Alright, what is going on, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back to you guys with another live stream, changing it up a little bit like I mentioned in the previous couple streams, including yesterday's. I mentioned that we are going to be hopping in a little bit to the reselling game, Amazon, FBA, eBay, all that good stuff. I really don't do a lot with eBay. I did a little bit a couple years ago. It just takes a lot more work, which isn't bad. I mean, there's cases where, yes, there's things that sell for more on eBay. You can make a bigger profit than you would if you send it to Amazon. And I've taken a lot of time off from Amazon as well. And I figured with my fiance going to need to be taking time off with our child once she has it for at least a few months. I figured, hey, I'm going to teach her how to do this game because then she can be able to work from home. Maybe not even have to return to her job, depending on how we have this ball rolling after a certain amount of time, of course. But yeah, so I'm hopping back into this, and going to be teaching her and whatnot along the way. You can see Amazon just charged me $40 for my membership, and that's really what we're going to be talking about today. It's just what exactly is Amazon FBA, because it is still a pretty new program. I mean, it's been out for years, obviously, now, but it's still a relatively new concept to a lot of people. A lot of people, when you mention Amazon FBA, they're like, what is Amazon FBA? Like, what is that exactly? And I kind of explain to people, how I explain it to people is it's the eBay of Amazon. It's where people can essentially, everyday people that are willing to put up the money, of course, and time and effort. It's not just a little hobby. I mean, it can be, but to me, it's just not worth paying the memberships and whatnot if you're going to make it a hobby. But you can definitely turn this into an awesome business. There's tons of people that are making thousands, if not, I know for a fact, actually millions of dollars. There's people selling just used books, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. This isn't a used book, this is a new book, but I'm going to show it as an example here in a second for you guys, just kind of how Amazon FBA works with the fee structure, how much money you can make, profit-wise, all that good stuff. But first and foremost, if you're new to the channel, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below. We'd love to add you to this awesome community of like-minded individuals. We talk about just various ways to make money online, achieving financial freedom, creating sources of passive income, so you don't create just wealth, but the goal is obviously generational wealth. So if you're into just communicating with a bunch of like-minded individuals, we'd love to have you here. Definitely consider subscribing and checking out our Discord group chat. There's about 45 or 50, somewhere between 40 and 50 of us in there, and it's fun to communicate with a bunch of like-minded individuals. We talk about stock market, reselling, all that good stuff, so we'd love to have you there as well. There's general chats, and then there's different little chats within the group that are for reselling, penny stocks, all kinds of stuff. So I think you'll definitely find a few people that you can network with in your area. We got a lot of people from Dallas, actually, so that's pretty neat since I live here now. But let's just hop right into it. So what is Amazon FBA down to the root? So like I mentioned, I call it the eBay of Amazon. I mean, anybody can create an account. It only takes probably 15 minutes. They're going to need all your info because they're going to set you up with like I think a 1099, if I remember right, for taxes and whatnot. So obviously they're going to send you tax forms and whatnot at the end of the year, depending on how much you sell. And then you can just get going usually within minutes. They have a pro account, which costs you $40 roughly per month. And then there's like the account that I believe is free. If not, it's pretty damn close to free. And with that one, if I remember right, you can only list up to like 50 items or something like that per month. I might be wrong on that. It's been a little while since I went through the exact differences and whatnot. But to me, it's definitely worth it just to pay that $40 a month because limiting yourself to 50 items, you're going to realize really quickly that if you actually want to make this a true business, you're going to be wanting to sell 50 items within a day, 2 days, week at the most, depending on like how big of items, how big of profit items you get. But like with books, you're going to want to be selling at least 10 books a day to make this, at the minimum, 10 books a day, just to make somewhat decent money, to at least put a little bit of money back in your pocket each month, or to obviously keep rolling that into the business to keep making it bigger and bigger, because the profits with books and most of these items, Amazon fees do hit you hard, but you're still going to be in the profit, which we'll talk about here in a second. And to me, just the positives definitely outweigh the negatives, but to each their own. If you're looking at maybe just dabbing your toes in the water, maybe consider doing the free version or the close to free. I'm pretty sure it's free, but you can look into it and try it out for a little bit before you upgrade to the $40 account. And also, I like upgrading right off the bat because it lights a fire under you that, hey, I just spent $40. It's time to go make money. I need to cover at least that $40. I gotta just go out there and find product, which is not hard. It takes time. Don't get me wrong. Me and my fiance, we went to 1 or 2 stores last week. We only found like 2 or 3 books in an hour, but we found, I think it was like $12 to $15 in profit net after Amazon fees, shipping, and everything. $12 to $15 net profit in just over an hour. So I mean, it wasn't too bad or anything. We didn't like travel a lot or anything for that. Let me make sure really quick we are still doing all right on the stream. Looks like we are. And so I'm just gonna hop right into like how the page overall works. So you can see, you can scroll down here and you can see your sales over the last month, last day, all that stuff. I actually use a platform called Inventory Lab to list all my products. I haven't listed anything yet. Another thing I like to do is get at least, especially even when you're starting out, get at least 10 to 20 items before sending a shipment out to Amazon. Don't like waste your time traveling to UPS. I mean, obviously, yes, you can have UPS.
Looks like there's a problem.
Apparently my Google thing went off. Obviously you can have like UPS pick it up, stuff like that. I like taking it to the UPS store, so I make sure it's like getting there, out the door, all that good stuff. So I like to send at least 10 to 20 items no matter what. Right now we've only got a couple, so this weekend hopefully we're gonna hit a few book sales maybe and whatnot, and I'll let you guys know how that goes if we decide to end up going. My family is coming into town, so that might restrain us on that. But you can see your customer feedback. I have 4.8 stars. This goes back however many years. You don't really get a lot of ratings, surprisingly. I mean, these 11 ratings came off of hundreds of items that I sold. I mean, I sold hundreds of items when I was doing this a lot for a few months a couple years ago when I started this whole YouTube channel. And I mean, I sold quite a few items and I've only got 11 reviews. And I mean, I'll have a ton of videos about how to handle negative reviews, because a lot of times you can get negative reviews removed, which is obviously a big deal when it comes to selling on Amazon, because what do most people look for? If you're not 5 stars, they're usually not buying from you. So we'll get into all that in the future. Like I said, I'm going to have a ton of videos coming out in the future on this specific subject: Amazon FBA, eBay, reselling, all that good stuff. We're going to get back into that while we also do the stock trading videos and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, you can just kind of go through here and just see. I mean, it's just an overall homepage, obviously. So what I'm going to show you guys is just like how you would add a product, essentially. So you go to inventory, you have your manage inventory, manage FBA. Really doesn't matter. I only do FBA, so I just go to manage inventory. It's because some people do merchant fulfilled as well as FBA. But I don't like merchant fulfilled. I like FBA, where I just send everything in a box off to Amazon, and then Amazon handles all of the shipping, customer service, all that good stuff for me. That's the beauty of FBA, and that's why I like it so much. You can really develop a source of passive income with FBA. You still have to do work. I mean, I'm not saying true passive is in like all you do is you just do a little bit of work and then money comes in every month. You're still going to have to put in work, but you can put in, say, 100 hours in a month and then not do anything for a couple weeks on this, and it could still be making you however much money every single day, because just as stuff sells, Amazon's sending it out for you. It's not like eBay, where if something sells, you have to hold on what you're doing, wrap a package up, go to the post office, send it out, any of that stuff. Like, I just send everything to Amazon at once, and then I just collect the money every 1 to 2 weeks as Amazon sells it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to add a product, and I can't find my barcode scanner, so this is going to take just a minute. If I have my barcode scanner, I'd be able to just scan it and it would search automatically. But I'm just going to pull up this book that I believe me and my fiance found at Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is actually a decent place to go for scanning. You're not really going to find a whole lot, but a lot of times whenever you find something, you'll find multiple copies at a lot of Dollar Trees. So definitely scan everything. I mean, their book sections are never really that big. It only takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes to scan through them. So just scan every single one. So I'm just gonna type in the name of the book since I don't want to type out that whole ISBN. So it's called Food and the City. I don't know why my thing's on caps lock. Food and the City. And it's by Ina Yeloff. Oops. Wow, can't type. But yeah, you can see how, and I definitely suggest you guys, if you're going to get into this, get a barcode scanner. I have one, I just can't find it since like we moved. I haven't used it since we moved. I'm going to find it like tonight. But you can find one, you can find a whole bunch on Amazon for like as low as $5 to $10, $15. So I mean, it just hooks right up to your laptop. It makes life so much easier. I mean, you're going to definitely want to invest in one of those as one of your startup costs for sure. And I mean, it pays for itself the first hour. I mean, if you have a stack of 50 books here, you'll just see really quick how much more easier it makes your life. So we're gonna look up this book really quick if I can find it. I believe this is it right here. Let me make sure. And that's why I like to use Inventory Lab too, because it'll pop up the exact one, whereas whenever you're searching it on this Amazon seller thing, you can have sometimes up to 10 different of the same book pop up. So then you're going to want to look at sales rank, all that. This is the one I'm going to be looking at. 67 new and used offers. The rank is 499,000, which is pretty good for a book. Sales rank is very important when it comes to anything you're selling on Amazon. There's actually charts, and I suggest you guys print out one of these charts, hang it up on your wall somewhere wherever you're doing your Amazon FBA work, and screenshot it, keep it in your phone. That way, if you forget what you're looking at rank-wise, you can go look at your chart as a cheat sheet and be like, no, I don't want that. Yes, I do want that. There's also an app called Scout IQ that I have on my phone too. I'll discuss all these apps and websites and whatnot that I definitely suggest to you guys in the future. Like I said, tons of videos to come. But I use Scout IQ. It pretty much dings or goes if I want to buy something or not. It has certain triggers. So this one picked it up because a good rank for books is really anything under $1 million. I'll usually go ahead and pick up as long as it can make me a couple dollars. Anything under 500,000, I usually pick up, even if it can only make me a couple dollars. It's just everybody has their own little system when it comes to sales rank and whatnot. But books, that was one of my biggest niches when I started my Amazon FBA store. So that's what I'm starting with first, and under 500,000, pretty damn good. So what we're gonna do, and obviously with listing limitations, you're gonna want to see that. So see with this one, it's saying you're not approved to list this product, and we're not accepting applications at this time. But you're not able essentially to sell it for, which is actually bullshit because I am able to, because I just got approved. I don't know why it's saying that. And that's the thing too, is with like certain books, textbooks, just certain kinds of books, and not even just books, but like items in general, electronics. There's a lot of electronics now. There's been so many bad sellers come into the market that Amazon has gotten really strict with like who can sell what. You need to get approved. Like you have to go through a bunch of loopholes now, which is good and bad. It's good because it's going to kind of keep the market from getting too saturated, but at the same time it makes it hard on people that are actually good sellers, obviously. But let's see if it'll at least let me like show you guys, for example. So you can see the list price $28. There's 34 new offers from $580 plus $398 shipping. So these are guys that are doing like merch fulfilled, one collectible. We're obviously not going to look at that. And then there's used, 35 used from $598 plus $0 shipping. So obviously in this case mine is new. I would be selling it as new. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on here, and then I'm going to go over to Prime. Since when you're FBA, that's the other thing, you get Prime. So you can see that the price is right around $16.50 all the way up to $18. So I never go right as low as the lowest offer, especially with a book that's selling good like this one. A book under 500,000, it's usually selling pretty frequently, at least recently. Now there's tons of applications that'll help show you how often a book has sold over a period of a week, over a period of a month. There's Camel. Like I said, there's tons of websites and applications and add-ons out there to Google Chrome you can get, and I'll get into all of those in the future. But for now, I'm just kind of keeping it simple for you guys. So I would go ahead and probably say I would list mine at like, I would say 1675. Even though it's only like a quarter higher, you'll realize quick when it comes to like selling books, selling mass quantity items, every quarter, every dime, every dollar, it adds up when you're selling hundreds of thousands. I mean, say you made an extra 25 cents net on every book or every item, and say you sold even just 1,000 items over a period of a year, that's a $250 difference. So I mean, you can see how it really starts adding up, especially once you go into thousands. Say you did 100,000 at 25 cents extra than what you would have done. You're talking a very big margin at that point. So don't take dimes, quarters, a dollar for granted. Like, get the max you can get. So on this one, let's just say, what I say, 1675. So we'll do 1675. Condition, we're going to say new. Obviously, it's going to say the low is 580 because that's showing the merchant fulfilled. We don't care about him. We can always list much higher than a merchant fulfilled. It's supposed to show, okay, let's see the advanced view. It should be showing how much you're going to, I want Amazon. So whenever you're doing it on here, you have to do it where you're saying, like, if you did this, I want to ship the item myself, that's merchant fulfilled. When you say, I want Amazon to ship and provide customer service for my items that they sell, that is Amazon fulfilled. FBA, fulfillment by Amazon. That is an Amazon. That's where you can see where it says, you've chosen Amazon fulfill orders for this item. Your item will be available for sale when Amazon receives it. Fulfillment by Amazon fees will apply. So I don't know why it's not trying to show me the fees right now. Let's see, 1675. Maybe I have to go ahead and hit save and finish. Maybe it won't let me because of. So with this, you don't really need to do anything. You just do that. Right here with your required information, you can see your condition, item exceptions, and then if there's any dangerous chemicals like batteries or anything like that, I believe that's where you put that. I never sell anything like that, so I wouldn't know. Let's see. The form has not been completed. Please complete the required information form. What? Okay, so for some reason it's not trying to let me do this, probably because of that whole new book thing, but let me see. So we can just go through one of my old books. Obviously you can see all these are out of stocks. This is a whole bunch of stuff from, I don't even know how long ago that it sold. I thought all this would have wore off by now. This is just stuff from like 2016. So I mean, I was doing this all the way back in 2015. It's only showing like 70 of them, probably because I haven't like deleted them from my actual library. But like this one, for example, you can see out of stock. I sold it. You can see the fee preview, a total of $10.19 in fees. I sold it for $21.19, which means, $21.99, which means before my buying cost, I made $11.80. I believe I bought this book at Goodwill for like $1.50 or something, so I ended up making like $9 off that book, for example. The fees are very important, and it's really easy. Amazon FBA also has an app that you can use when starting out. If you don't want to get the whole Scout IQ, Inventory Lab, all that stuff, you can use the Amazon app. It's pretty user friendly. It's free. It comes with your Amazon FBA account, whatever. You can download on your iPhone, Android, whatever you have, in your Google Play App Store, whatever. And it'll include, whenever you scan a book, and I'll probably go ahead and show you guys, kind of, if my camera will cooperate, I'll show you guys kind of how it looks on the phone. I'll just scan this book really quickly, and how you do it is kind of how you do it just with Amazon. Whenever you're searching something, you just use your camera. It'll search the front of the book, and you can see here, So I'm gonna sell it new. And when I click on my details, I'll go ahead and show you guys real quick. So the cost of the purchase was $1. Got it at the Dollar Tree. So let me go ahead and see if I can. I'm not gonna mess with that, but I'm gonna hold this up to the camera. You can see it shows my profit after shipping fees. Actually, my price is gonna be $16.75. So my profit's actually almost $6 whole. After shipping to Amazon fees with FBA, you have almost $10 in fees, and after your cost of purchase, you're looking at $5.92. I'm gonna try to see if I can get this hold up the right way. I got some reflection. Let me get that out of the way. Hopefully you guys can see that all right. Sorry, I have my thing loaded up so I can see if you guys can see that all right. So see where it says your total profit was like $5.92 or something like that, almost $6. So you can see why I picked that book up, right? Because I mean, $6 profit off of $1, you're pretty much multiplying your money almost 6 times. I'll go ahead and get this loaded down. So you're pretty much multiplying your money by almost 6xing your money. So that's why I like Amazon FBA. A lot of people are like, well, is it really worth it? You're only making $4. You're only making 88 cents. You're only making $2. You're only making $5. I mean, guys, like what everyone forgets about is, yeah, I'm only making $5 profit, but it cost me $1. So I turned $1 into 6. So I multiply my money by 6. It's a guarantee, essentially. I mean, nothing's ever obviously guaranteed. Amazon could go away tomorrow or something crazy. But as long as you do your homework, this stuff is a guarantee. It's not like other investments. Like if you invest in the stock market, obviously super volatile. You can have anything happen. Like as long as you do your homework on whatever you're selling, books, electronics, video games, stuff like that, this is all guaranteed money. And what business other than obviously retail, if you got into like some store or something, Shopify and whatnot, where are you going to multiply your money by 6 or 10 or 5 or 2 even consistently every single day? Like I said, this right here, I paid probably $1.50 for this book, and I made what, like $9 or over $9 essentially overall on this book. So I multiply my money almost by 8 essentially. This book, for example, this one didn't really make me a lot. I got this book for 50 cents. It was a paperback book at Goodwill. Most of these I get are from Goodwill or local bookstores, like not bookstores, but book sales, like at libraries and whatnot. But this was a 50-cent book. Sold it for pretty much $11. Had $6.64 in FBA fees. So that brought it down to $3.35 profit minus 50 cents for the purchase. Just under $3. So I turned 50 cents into just under $3. That's almost, what, like 5x, something like that? Somewhere in there? 4x, 5x, something like that. So, I mean, it's just consistently quadruple. Multiplying your money by 5 to 10 times with very little work. I mean, once you find a little pattern of, okay, I got 50 books, let me scan for about half an hour, load up my box, send it to Amazon, send it to UPS, and then have them send it to Amazon. It's really not that hard, guys. Like, this was a book I really liked. Actually, I don't think that one ended up selling. I think I actually took that out of, I think I liquidated that book because I thought it was going to do good. The rank, and that's the thing with the rank too. Just because the rank is good does not mean it's always going to stay good. The rank, if I remember right, is based off of like a 24-hour or 7-day, maybe between 1 to 7 day pattern on how it's selling. So and they update these ranks every hour, guys. So I mean, say this book, say one person bought 10 copies of this book, that could shoot this book up from 1.5 million to like 900K, but then it doesn't sell anymore, and then it's back over 1 million before you know it. 1 million usually takes like a month to sell or more in some cases. So that's why you definitely want to use apps like Camel. Let me see if I can find a book that had really good profit. Let me see. So this one wasn't too bad. I remember this one. Again, it's a chemical principle. So what? Like a textbook. See, this was 2001. This one kind of surprised me. The rank was a little high. It was like 850K, something like that. But I was just amazed that a 2001 book was still like that. And I got this one. I paid like $1.50 again for it from, I think this was a Goodwill one as well. Actually, it might have been a garage sale. Either way, I know I didn't pay no more than like $2 for that one. Let's just round up. Let's say I spent $2 on it, which is probably way more than I did. But let's say I spent $2 on that. You can see right now, lowest price is $59.95. That's crazy, actually. But and that's a merchant seller, by the way. See the $3.99? That's a merchant seller. But I bought it for $2. Let's say, probably really got it for like $1. But let's say I spent $2 on it after fees and everything. $13.63 after my buying costs and everything. I made over $10 on that book. So I turned $2, really more like $1. I turned $2 into 10, 5x again. So I mean, you can see these profits over and over and over. Dragonflies, this one surprised me. I was like, this is a stupid ass book. I can't believe this is selling. 2005, sold this in like, what was it, 2017. 2017, yeah. And that actually wasn't that long ago. That was about 2 years ago. Bought that one. I think I paid a little more for that one. I think that was one of the books I paid like $3 for. That was at a book sale, which was surprising because usually book sales are priced really good, like 50 cents to $2. But there are some book sales where they kind of know what the value of the book is, so they kind of charge a little bit more because they know us resellers are going to come in and scoop it anyways. So that one I paid about $3 for. Let's just round up and say after fees and everything, $15. So I turned my $3 investment, $34 minus 15 is what, 19? So I turned $3 into 19. So that was what, a 6x, almost 7x return? Not too bad. So I mean, you can just see, this is why I love books, because you can get books in mass quantity, guys. Like if you find a few plugs, throw out a few ads on Craigslist saying I buy books, I'll buy the books you don't want, You gotta be careful though, because sometimes people say I've got 5 textbooks, blah blah blah. When they tell me anything like a small quantity, I'm like, send me pictures. Send me pictures of the book. I want to know what I'm looking at. I'll research it real quick on the Amazon platform or on Scoutify or something like that. See if it's even worth the trip, because there's been times where someone said, hey, I have 2 textbooks. I would just say, back in my amateur days, what kind of textbooks are they? They'd be like, oh, calculus or something. I'd be like, boom, calculus book gonna be worth something. Then I got over there, it was a book from like 1995, and it's got a rank of like 8 million, and it's like, why did I even come here? So be careful with those advertisements and whatnot they do on Craigslist, Facebook, anything like that. Just do your homework. Like I said, a lot of it's just trial and error. This book, this was crazy. I could not believe this one. I sold, and you can see the price is crazy right now. This book, the rank, it was like, I think this one was about 1.1 million. You can see this was back in 2016, and it finally sold in 2018. I had a lot. That's because I started actually liquidating a bunch of stuff. Liquidating, for those of you that I guess don't know business terms, pretty much means just dropping the price crazy of everything and just pretty much getting rid of stuff. But that one, if I can find it, oh, there it is. $99. That one I did pay also, I think, $3 for at the library book sale. So let's just round up to $25. So I turned $3 into $75. I mean, that was nuts. So I mean, you can just see though, and I mean, I have some CDs here and there too. I don't really like CDs, cassette tapes, stuff like that. They can get broke in transit. Usually not a lot of money involved over on that side, and a lot more restrictions. But I mean, there's tons of money out there when it comes to books. That's what I like about books. Books are everywhere. There is probably billions of books on this planet. It's just going out and finding them. I mean, I even went as far as I would go to clearance sections of Barnes & Noble. I would find textbooks that were getting blown out because they were about to be a year old, like the year older version, as if for some reason a textbook that's a year old is no longer worth a damn. They would have them for like 50-60% off. I would scan it, see the rank was still pretty good, like 250,000-450,000 on Amazon, and it would be selling for the original price. I would still make roughly a 20%, 30% return on the money. if not more. A lot of times it was like doubling my money still. So I'll go in there, spend like $200 plus on these damn textbooks. They would have, it's Barnes and Noble. You're gonna have like 5 copies, and then bam, I just turned like $200 into like 400 or 300 even. Like it's just a matter of going out there, doing the homework, finding it. Anyone can really do this, guys. I mean, especially with books. Am I saying that you should limit yourself to books? No. But if you got very little money, you're wanting to kind of dip your toes into this and not put a whole bunch of money into these platforms, inventory, stuff like that, I would suggest really anybody start out with getting into books. Because like I said, I was buying books for 50 cents, $1.50, $3. Start out at your local Goodwill, Salvation Armies. Those books are usually 25 cents up to at the most $1.50 to $2. So I mean, say you only find 10 books and you paid, let's say, $10, $1 average per book. I mean, you only, say not a single book sells, you did horrible for some reason, and you decide to quit after that, you're only out $10 after that. Or $50 if you want to include the $40 membership with Amazon. So I mean, very low startup cost. I mean, there's really nothing I can truly complain about when it comes to selling books on Amazon, other than it has gotten harder. You are going to have to be approved for a lot of certain kinds of books, textbooks, all that good stuff, because of the whole, a lot of it is Chinese shit getting put on the market. What is it? What do they call that shit? Intellectual property or some shit like that. I don't know. They're pretty much forging. They're pretty much copying textbooks and then selling them for cheaper, and it's just a big ordeal, big mess. How's it going, Mike? Mike Timmons. So how do you ship the book? How expensive is it? All this is included where it says fee preview down here. This includes the price to ship, because what you're going to do is, say you make a shipment. So you went in here to inventory, add a product. Say all these were active. You would go check off. I use Inventory Lab, so it's a lot easier actually, and I'll talk about Inventory Lab in a very soon future video, hopefully within the next week or 2 at the most, but very soon. I'll go through here, check these off, create a shipment, and Amazon and UPS as of now have linked up, and you get a massive deal on shipping. So I mean, there's been times where I've sent 50-pound boxes, which Amazon doesn't really want you to send anything, I think, over 50 or 65 pounds. But I've sent as much as like a 50 to 55-pound box of books to Amazon through UPS, and it only costs $16. And in that big shipment of books, I had like $200 of profit after all my fees, shipping, and everything. The fee preview that you see, this includes shipping. So that's what I like about the Amazon FBA platform. It factors in everything for you because they're teamed up with UPS to do that. With Amazon jumping into the shipping game now, I look for them to possibly do their own shipping with the whole Fulfilled by Amazon kind of. I don't know how it'll work exactly, but I think someday they're going to kind of break away from UPS and do their own, like where we just somehow have Amazon come pick the boxes up or something from us. I don't know. But as of now, they're with UPS. You get a massive deal, and it's included whenever you're searching your book. So like, I don't know, Mike, if you've seen when I was on the Amazon Seller app with my phone. I'll pull it back up really quickly just so you can see. So when I search a book, like the book that's right in front of me here that me and my fiance found at Dollar Tree for $1. Let me go back over here. Well, I'm going to have to end this video soon. I didn't notice what time it was. So where it says fees with FBA, let me lower this light so there's not reflection off my phone. Where it says fees with FBA, and right below it is shipped to Amazon. Your ship to Amazon, you estimate 65 cents per pound, which is about right. So with that estimation, it'll show I'm going to pay roughly 81 cents in shipping. So after fees, shipping, and everything, I'm still going to net at the bottom. It shows almost $6 after my cost of shipping, Amazon taking their little cut out, all that good stuff. I'm going to make $6. I'm going to turn $1 into $6 essentially. So hopefully that answers the question. I know it's kind of a long answer, but It can be kind of complicated, and I know I'm the type where I want to know exactly how much everything costs, so I wanted to break it down for you. So like all your fees and everything, it includes like your shipping costs and everything. Shipping is like it's going to be one of your lower costs for sure. Amazon's FBA fee is what's really going to eat up a lot of like your profit, but at the end of the day, to me it's worth it, because you're not having to, like I said, compared to eBay, where you're having to literally once a day, once every couple days, stop everything you're doing, wrap a bunch of packages up. Even if you get the best, I had the best setup, where I had literally just on a table, just boom, boom, boom. I would get a package wrapped entirely, ready to go out the door, usually within 1 minute. And just still, when you're doing like 50 packages like that, it just gets exhausting. It becomes a job at that point. And that's what I like about Amazon FBA. It's not really a job. It's almost more of a hobby to me. Now, going out and finding the product, that's a job. I'm not even going to lie. But you're doing the same thing with eBay. Now, there are cases where you can drop ship, but I'll talk about that probably in a way future video whenever me and my fiance kind of make this one of our main sources of income. Right now, I'm just kind of teaching her the ins and outs of the apps and whatnot, and just going to take you all through the journey as well, because there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to be learning, because they've changed a lot of stuff with Amazon FBA. You have to get approved for a lot of stuff now that you didn't have to whenever I was first on here a few years ago. So I'm going to be learning right there with you on a few things, and I'll definitely be sure to bring you all a ton of videos regarding this stuff along the way. So I'm going to go ahead probably and wrap this stream up. Hopefully the stream has been handling has been alright for you guys. I know there for a while, for a couple weeks, the streams were kind of getting messed up for a while, but hopefully this stream did go well. And if you're new to the channel, we'd love to add you to this awesome community of like-minded individuals, so definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below and checking out our totally free Discord group chat that's down in the description box. Yeah, no problem, Mike. And I'll probably be doing another stream, hopefully tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be in regards to Amazon FBA. I might bring up the Inventory Lab or Scout IQ, might go over that a little bit for you guys. Or who knows, we might have a stock market video, just depends on how I'm feeling tomorrow, I guess. But you can probably plan on me doing a stream sometime probably around this time, which is around between 5 and 6 p.m. Central U.S. Standard Time, which would be 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I don't know what time on the West Coast, like 2 or 3 hours behind us. So hopefully you guys are having a good start to your week. It's already Wednesday tomorrow, so hopefully you guys are having a good start to your week. Hopefully you guys are having a good new year. This month's almost over already. 2019 is full in swing. But until next time, guys, keep on out there making those profits, covering your profits, and achieving your financial freedom this year. Make this year one of the best years of your life. Multiply, multiply, multiply that money. And I'll see you guys, like I said, hopefully tomorrow for another live stream. Take it easy, guys.